Hello everybody. I was just thinking about how I'll never be able to afford a house in today's economy. Anyway, today we're doing a headlight harness tuck on the EK Civic. I've been wanting to clean up the engine bay for quite some time, so let's jump into it. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about this cable right here. That is our headlight harness. There's one on each side, one being this guy here, the other one over here. They are quite simple to do. It does take a little bit of effort. We have to remove our fenders, the front bumper, so we can get our headlights off. And then we have to go ahead and feed our cables through this grommet to the other side of the fender, so then we can tuck them away and out of sight. I've been wanting to tuck things around the engine bay for quite some time because it is quite busy. It is quite messy. I've been keeping my eye out for how I can delete our power steering because I don't use it anyway. So getting rid of these big hoses, I reckon will help clean things up a lot. So hopefully we'll get to that in the future. But for now, just the headlight harnesses will do. So the first thing we're going to do is remove our front end off so we can access everything on both sides. Ooh, almost lost my 10 mil. I would have cried. Should be front bumper, minty. What am I caught on? Oop. Not caught on anything, bruh. Yeah, buddy. I have been dealing with some scrubbing on this side, so I think this is a good time to try and figure out where that scrubbing's come from, considering I'm gonna have everything off. What'd that take, like 10 minutes? Bro, this car's so easy. Okay, all of that took like 10 minutes. I've got the entire front bang off. So what we have to do now is we got to pull out our headlight harness so we can free it. What we're gonna do is also pull off our headlights as our hole is up there. And we're gonna run it over, keep it tucked by the bonnet latch cable, and then run the cords through here. So we're gonna go ahead, whip off our headlights as well, and then we'll get to routing our headlight harness. Anyway, the plan is quite simple. So from our headlight harness on this side, all we have to do is tuck it through our grommet right here, and also swap our ground. You see that nut right there? Normally the ground is on the inside, just underneath here. We simply feed it through and put the ground on the outside. Nice and simple. So what we'll do is we'll feed it through here, and then we can go ahead and pretty much just temporarily zip tie it before we have a permanent placing. And then we have to do the hard part, which is on this side of the harness, where we have to unpin these wires and feed them through our fender. So we'll go ahead and jump on that. From what I've seen, this should be pretty easy. I think we just have to, I think we got to take the grommet out so we have a bit more room. And we just bang, jimmy out through, happy days, bro. And also feed it through the grommet so we can seal that up again. Okay. Feed that through so we can throw our ground back on like so. It's just a 10 mil like every other bolt on this damn car. All right, that should be fine. Which just leaves us with our main plug like this. We'll just leave it loose for now because I don't think it's super important that we deal with it just yet, because we need to see how much length we have on the wires once we pull them through. Then we can sort out positioning from there. So we'll leave that like so for now. Guys, I just kicked my beer over. I'm actually really sad about that because I was looking forward to drinking it. Anyway, back to our headlight harness. Now, this guy is normally tucked underneath your clutch slave reservoir and everything, and it's sort of tucked around here. You want to pull that up, and it is wrapped tightly against the other harnesses. You want to separate them to give you a bit more length. You don't really need to push for too much because there's a fair bit of slack in it. That's more than, that's more than enough length right there. And we can just wrap up with some electrical tape to cover these guys up again later. But for now, what we want to do, we want to memorize which wire goes where, because We do not want to mess them up. Fortunately, if you do mess them up, you can just look on the other side to see what colors go where. But now we are going to de-pin our plug right here. It is quite simple. If I just set up the camera, and I can show you guys with 2 hands how we're going to do this. Fortunately, these plugs are quite easy to get out. There'll normally be this like white plastic guide. You can just pop that out, nice and simple. And then to get the pins out themselves, you can sort of see on the bottom here that they have a flat tab. Essentially, you want to push those guys up and back. It might be a bit hard with this pick, but it's all I've got. So push them up and back. They should essentially be able to pull out just like that. They're nice and easy compared to other pins and stuff. So it should be quite easy to get everything done, and don't worry about reinstalling them. They are quite easy to do as well. They just simply push in and they'll snap in place. So grab yourself a hook and pick set. These are pretty common. You can find them online, find them at your local hardware store. I'm sure someone's got them, but you just want to push that flat edge up and back, and then you should be able to pull your wire out from there. So I'm going to take some photos of these guys to memorize the position they're meant to be in, and then what we'll do is try and pull them through this little hole here, which there's a grommet blocking on the other side, so we've got to pull that out, and then we can feed them through. Right, I took my photos, we should be fine. Otherwise, oh well, you know what I'm saying? So up, back, cool, up, back, up and back, up and back, bang. Simple as that. Nice and easy. Okay, now we have to attempt to feed them through this little hole. There's a grommet on the other side. I should be able to find it pretty easily, but it will just pop straight out. Bob's your uncle. Just don't forget to cut these extra fasteners off because they are not needed anymore. I try and leave this shielding on it. See if we can fit it through. We should be fine. Bang, just like that. Pretty easy. Now we just got to reinstall the pins. Obviously, take photos of them beforehand. That's way you know what's going where. So I'm just going to check the photos, throw this back in. Out on the side, we got that one, therefore that one is there. Bang. That is our plug, nice and repinned. All right, so that's effectively one side done. Now all we got to do is sort of just grab some zip ties. We're gonna go ahead, tuck it up, well, like this, so it's out of the way. That way it's not gonna have any troubles of our wheel rubbing through it. Reinstall the grommet. You can pretty much just tuck these wires out of the way. I'm just gonna throw some electrical tape over the exposed wires here just to make sure they're all nice and covered. But this is effectively one side done. I'm gonna throw the headlight on just to make sure everything works, and then we can start and jump on the other side. Okay, for the second side, it's a bit trickier because we've got a bunch of stuff in the way, but we've got to take our fuse box out in order to get the right cables separated from the other cables. I believe it's just a few bolts, and then your fuse box should come out. There are a bunch of plugs underneath it. Shouldn't be too hard. I will be deleting the power steering. I'll have to do that in another day, just because I need a kit to loop it, so I don't just have power steering leaking everywhere. But hopefully that will be done in the future quite soon. And I'm also debating what I do with the aircon, because at the moment I don't use it, but it's obviously nice to have. But on the other hand, you know, you've got big AC lines in the way, and with them gone, I think the engine bay will look pretty clean. So it's all debatable currently. I don't know about you guys, but I really love working on cars. It's so much fun. Yes! Fuse box out, let's go. I think a fuse box relocation would also be pretty rad as well. All right, we've managed to free up our passenger side headlight harness. You'll notice there's two plugs this time instead of just the one. I've got a blue plug here plus this other plug here. I believe this one either runs the horn or it runs like the windshield washer bottle motors. I did delete our bottle here, mainly because it's been empty for absolutely yonks and I've never used it. So I figured, hey, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'll put like a cloth in the back seat or something. So, you know, it's not really a huge loss. I don't use it. You may want to keep it. It's up to you. So now, pretty similar deal as last time. I was going to get rid of these extra sort of fasteners we don't need. We're going to feed it through that grommet, pull it up the side, and then I will show you what we have to do for our wires up here, as we've got a little bit more splicing to do. But it'll be the same deal as last time. We just got to deep-in the plug, run it through this hole, connect them up. Grab our zip ties. All right, now we got our front end sorted. It's time to move on to all the wiring up by our fuse box. So these are our plugs hiding away down here. I'm gonna have to move the battery tray out of the way just so I can access everything. But essentially, we're gonna pull the wires up from down here. Got to get them up here so we can now thread them through. All right, there we go. All right, now everything is free. We obviously have to deep in this side of the plugs, get them through that hole, and then we can plug them up and just zip tie them away. So, blue plug is the same deal as the other side, just a little guide we've got to pop out and then memorize. I think there's only 6 wires on this one. There's only 5 wires, so real easy, real simple. Shouldn't be too hard to sort of memorize all these. Not too sure how this gray plug will do, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Cool. Grab this guy. Bang, bang. That way. Sweet. All right, I just went through like a trillion zip ties trying to get this like properly away from the wheel so they won't run through, but we're done. That is that. Obviously, I got to reinstall what I took out. So battery tray, we can just plug the fuse box back in. Same with our wires there with our charge harness. And then for the other side, this side was nice and easy, thankfully, because we had the bonnet latch to zip tie onto, so this won't fall anywhere that's in the way. Now that's what's left is to throw on our headlights, our front bumper, and both of our quarters. Once we've done that, we are finished. So we're gonna go ahead and throw all those on. And also, before you throw everything on, give your light to test, just to make sure that you've wired them in correctly. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Once the fuse box and battery tray is back in, we'll give it a test, make sure everything works. All right, got our fuse box, got our battery just about hooked back up. And we have our headlights, they're plugged in, they're not bolted in, but we're just gonna make sure that they work. Which looks like we have both sides, indicator and indicator. All right, now that we know everything works, we can just go ahead and throw our fenders on, front bumper. It's all boring stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. Alrighty, we are done. Everything is back together, our front end is on. You have no idea the amount of paint I pulled off this bumper just trying to reinstall it. Like, this thing is gone. I can't wait to repaint it. Anyway, this side especially looks really good because there's pretty much nothing here now, especially once we get an air intake. I think it'll look pretty decent. The other side definitely looks a lot cleaner now as well. It'll look even better once our power steering pump is gone. We'll have free space up here. This hose, oh, not that one, but this hose will be gone. The aircon is up for debate still. I sort of want to keep it because it gets pretty hot, but with it gone, it'll look pretty good. So, I don't know. But fuse box relocation, battery relocation, those are on the cards, definitely. Camera's literally about to die, so thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. At 1,000 subs, we're gonna run a car into a brick wall. So make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.